What up, y'all? I'm looking at a lot of people saying we can't hear what's going on. Well, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. What up, Fern? What's going on? We're gonna talk about some current events today, but I must address this one thing. I've been gone for a couple of days. Just been watching. Not really addressing no fuck shit at all. Now, I heard that some women got verbally abused from the George Jefferson side. Well, I wouldn't even get into it because those were the ladies that really tried to destroy me on some fuck shit because they didn't understand certain things. But they are women. They are women that I rocked out with in the rally. So I'm going to say this. And I'm going to choose my words very carefully. Because, everybody got police reports now. So I got to be very cautious on what I say and how I say it. I'm going to just say this. You ain't going to disrespect women and think I'm going to stand by and watch it. So, me not saying anything, it's crazy. Now, everybody know that I don't rock with him too. Everybody know that. But at the end of the day, they are people mothers. They are people grandmothers. And it's sad to see them go through that by somebody that they thought that they trusted. People that they, confided in. And you absolutely right. And you know what? You're absolutely right, Miss Diva. That's why I said I'm choosing my words wisely. This is no come back, let's hook up moment. It ain't none of that. It's just that you just don't do that to women. Now, if you do it to men and you think you can get away with it, then fine, by all means. But women. And no, I'm not loyal to him too. There's no friendship there. But they're women. And he made a statement. I was going to play a video that he said. You know what? I'm going to play this video. Because he said some real. I mean, if you really listen to him, he said that he's not a Kel supporter. No, he's not a Kel's fan. Well, I'm going to answer that video. I'm not going to play it. I'm going to answer that video. And with me answering the video, if I had to tell that gentleman one thing, I would tell him this. Be careful the tree you really want to bark up on. I left you alone for a reason. You are too easy. At the end of the day, no matter how you look at it, women gonna be respected. Second thing, say what you want about me. You can play whatever recording you got. Don't bother me. It will never negate the fact that you said that Rob is a pedophile. And because of that, you don't even deserve a conversation from me. That's why I didn't even call you when you sending people over here. Oh, the bossy said call him. It's no talking with me no more. I'm not friends with you. I don't like you. There's no kumbaya moment. All that's done. There is no, oh, let's do that. No. There's no teaming up. There's none of that. And I just had to set the record straight because I haven't said nothing. I'd rather eat crumbs with bums than to eat steaks with snakes. You should have thought about that when you was running your mouth. Then you said, I have nothing against him too. After you dogged him out for 3 straight days and said, they just close to me. Well, your number one hype man was close to me too. So I guess you don't trust him. Half of your fan base are rejects from me. So I guess you don't trust them either. At the end of the day, who do you have? You got to realize you're a newbie in this. I'm a vet. I set the bar that y'all trying to get. Said what I said. Let's get into some current events. I was reading some things and it kind of pissed me off. And I want y'all to see this. And y'all reading this should anger you. They want the kids to go back to school for 8 hours, but they don't want the kids to be in movie theaters for 2 hours. Now, do that make sense to y'all? Why should I send my child to school for 8 hours and possibly come back sick when I can't even take my kid to go see Barney or Blue's Clues in the movies for 2 hours. That don't make sense at all. So that's one of the topics that I want to talk about. But the first topic that I'm going to start off with is this right here. Because I know everybody want to know what's going on with it.
A global pandemic.
So,
an overdue reckoning on race. An economic crisis. And an election.
Wow. I'm going to talk about stimulus negotiations. Things are in a bad place despite optimistic talk. So, this should help y'all. The U.S. economy, plagued by a resurgent pandemic, is showing signs of sliding backwards. Key deadlines on extending a federal eviction memorandum and federal unemployment benefits have come and gone. Yet lawmakers and the White House, sources say, are as far apart as they've ever been, and talks on the next emergency aid package. As one person involved told CNN on Sunday night, no clue how we get this done at this point. Just so much outstanding. Bottom line, negotiators on both sides emerged from a 3-hour plus meeting on Saturday with by far the most positive words about where things stood. What that really underscored was just how much of a mess these talks have been. The meeting was productive because negotiators left a better understanding of the full scope of disagreements and areas of potential agreement. According to the sources, not because they made headway toward an actual deal. What to read? A very good recap of a day that underscored Saturday's optimism was short-sighted. What to watch? Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin and White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows will be back on Capitol Hill to meet with Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer. So pretty much what's going on, y'all, is honestly nobody knows. They done stopped aid, so that $600 check that everybody have been getting is gone. They done stopped that. If you get unemployment, you might only get your 135 or 235, and that's it. So with that being said, is you're gonna have people that's been depending on the check. They're gonna be losing homes. That means it's gonna get very violent out here. People gonna be robbing and looting and everything just because they don't have. What? They are job. I'm in Florida. People, the media lies a lot. Okay. So people are going to be losing. Hey, Angie. Hey, Justin. People are going to be losing their homes. They're going to be losing jobs. What up, Bill? And you got to look at it. People are used to going to work. They are depending on this federal aid. I told people from the jump, and people didn't want to believe me, that you depended on the aid that the Democrats have put up, but that was only for short-term access. What about long-term progress? So Lisa Williams said, there's going to be a lot of people homeless, and that's a damn shame. Lisa, I totally agree. There's going to be a lot of people homeless. A lot of people are going to be homeless. You're going to have a lot of females pushing guys to do illegal activity just to keep their home. And, you know, females have that empowerment, like, yo, if you can't take care here, you can't be it. So I urge everybody to really watch what's going on. To really, if you have a job, cherish your job, do what you gotta do, keep your job. If you work for yourself, keep it going. Also, the COVID-19 test. Let's talk about it. I have a question. And if I'm wrong, I need somebody to say, Dana, you're wrong. But here's my question. And I think this is going to be the shortest live that I ever do. Because I'm going to hit the points and I'm gone. They say they stick a Q-tip up your nose. They tilt your head back. You're sitting like this. They stick it up your nose. So you believe that it's a Q-tip, right? Hey, Lisa69. Hey, how you been? Where you been at? Ms. Dixon, hey. Vendetta, hey. Linda Socks, hey. So you believe that it's a Q-tip, right? So when you stick your head back, you actually don't know what's on that Q-tip that they put in your nose. So here's my question. Your mouth is the most germiest thing, the most dirtiest thing on your body. They can easily have you bring up some saliva, stick it in your mouth, swab it, and they will get everything they need. Every parasite, every impurity is in your mouth. Here's my question. Because if you really have a mucus problem, it drains through the back and come down to your tonsils. So they can swab back there as well. So here's a question. With all this that's going on and everything that's being put out in the forefront, what is really on that Q-tip? And why do they got to go 6 inches in your nasal cavity? Could they be implanting something that they just stick on the end, stick it up, turn it, and it's there? Could that be something that they implanted? Have a question. Once again, if your mouth is the most dirtiest place, the most dirtiest object on your body, why do you need to go past my nasal cavity? Why do I gotta relax myself to be ambushed through my nasal cavity instead of just swiping the mouth? Think about it. Think about it. Second thing, if you got your COVID-19 test in the hospital, that's where you can see it clear. It comes in a red tube on one side and a clear tube on the other side. You can't see what's on the Q-tip side, which is the red side. Why is it such a secret? And then you keep hearing the mark of the beast, the mark of the beast, the mark of the beast, the mark of the beast. A lot of people ain't going to go get injected with that mark of the beast. So how do you straighten it out? You inject it with the Q-tip. So either way, you inject it, whether it's with a needle or a Q-tip. But then I'm going to go here. And I think, hold on. I'm going to go here because I want you to see exactly what I'm talking about. It's just it. Let's see. Okay. Yep. This is it. I'm going to show you a video. But before I do that, I want to... Hold on. Is this it too? I want you to see something. No, that's for tomorrow. That's going to be too deep for y'all right now. Because I want y'all to understand exactly what you are getting yourself into. All right, I'll go ahead and do that. Excuse me. I'm going to show a video, right? because history repeats itself. And the history I'm seeing is they came out with a disease and they came out with an antidote. So they injected this disease into people a while back. I'm talking about the disease a while back. I can't remember the name. And then they sold you the antidote. Well, let's fast forward to now time. They interject you, or should I say, inject you with the coronavirus. I told y'all this before. You ain't catching it through the air. What it is you getting the symptoms that you think you have it in the air, from the air. And you get the symptoms from the 5G towers that are amplified, which give you the same symptoms of the coronavirus. You go to the hospital and they tell you we're going to give you a shot. That shot contains samples of the coronavirus. Therefore, you now have the coronavirus. But I'm going to ask this question. Why they are labeling people deaths with the coronavirus when a lot of people are not dying from the coronavirus? Is it a money grab? Do you get extra money for saying this person died from the coronavirus? We already seen that the hospitals get an extra $30,000 a patient. No wonder why you got 15,000 people dying in 2 days. That's a big check. Also, that's a scare tactic. So, like I would say, let's fast forward now time, and they give you the coronavirus, but now they coming up with a cure to sell you through your insurance. History is repeating itself. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show this video because I want y'all to see this video. I want y'all to see this video. This video is deep, very deep, and it's coming from brother Dwayne Miles. This brother is very deep. So take a look at this video. I'll be back when it finished.
And the rise of the corporation of the United States. Every major event is a step in the ladder to achieve that end. COVID is just another rung in the ladder, which is why there's a deliberate mixing of all the wordplay, right? I mean, we should stop calling it, quarantine. That's a term designated for people that are verified sick. This is a house arrest mandated by the state. You should stop calling it, social distancing, because there's nothing social about forced isolation. We should stop saying safer at home when millions of Americans don't have basic necessities adequate to fit their needs. It assumes that everybody's home is equally as safe as the people that are making the statements. We should stop saying, this is for the greater good, right? When you close the economy, killing millions of businesses that families have worked generations to establish, that's anything but good. We should stop saying this is the new normal. That's just blatant mind control drivel. There's nothing normal about forced isolation, treating your neighbor like they have the plague, breathing your own bodily waste, wearing masks, living in constant fear of contamination. That's normal. I mean, after all, if the virus is so deadly, why hasn't it wiped out the homeless who don't social distance, wash themselves regularly, let alone, live in or have access to a sterile environment? Last year, 1.5 million people died of tuberculosis. Why were you not wearing a mask during the tuberculosis pandemic? You were endangering, public health and safety along with billions of other people around the globe. So why didn't you wear a mask? I'll tell you why. Because the mainstream media didn't tell you to wear a mask. Right? And so because though 1.5 million people died from tuberculosis, there was no tuberculosis pandemic any more than there's a coronavirus pandemic. What you're really participating in is a beta test for AI systems and facial recognition. See, these cameras work best when people are, distance apart. Now they're actually testing through machine learning how to recognize, a face that's partially covered. It's also a way to easily determine who's compliant and who's not. Who does the propaganda work on and who it doesn't? Now get this, there's some ironies that are here, right? A society that kills millions of babies a year for convenience has shut itself down to prevent adults from dying. People that on the one hand slaughter babies in the womb by the millions are now preaching to the masses about the sanctity of human life. It's double speak, double talk. It's the two doctrine policy, one for the initiated, one for the uninitiated, one for the inner circle, another for the masses. It's like saying, if I violate the stay-at-home order, I can be arrested, but you're letting convicted criminals out of prison so they don't get coronavirus. Thesis, antithesis, synthesis. If there's a real pandemic, does it require, faulty virus models, rigged test results, 81% false positives, inaccurate news reporting, staged hospital overruns, manipulated death certificates? Nope. When the government shuts down, millions of small businesses, but doesn't lay off any government employees, it's not about the health. When the state bans dentists from practicing, but deems it necessary for abortion clinics to stay open, it's not about your health. When the state prevents you from buying seeds for your garden, but allows you to purchase lottery tickets, it's not about your health. An institution that, has the ability to destroy all of Earth through, alleged nuclear warfare should not regulate personal self-defense. An institution that's caught trafficking drugs shouldn't be able to regulate plants. An institution that's racked up 23 trillion prior to coronavirus in debt shouldn't be allowed to manage the retirement fund. An institution that was caught spreading STDs should not be allowed to run healthcare. If people are really concerned about public health and safety, in general, but they don't care if people, eat garbage, drink poison, smoke cancer, and take prescription drugs, but think that toilet paper, hand sanitizer, and masks are going to protect them from the boogeyman coronavirus. This is a special kind of stupid that I can't address here. You should ask yourself a couple basic questions. When did you consent from, you creating a government to serve you to you serving the government ruling over you? If you want to know, who's in charge, just think about who you can and can't criticize.
Wow. You hear his ending statement. If you want to know who's in charge, just think about who you can and cannot criticize. Jeez. That's deep. That's deep. If you want to know who's in charge, just think about who you can and cannot criticize. Mm, mm, mm. So I'm gonna go ahead and share the spotlight with y'all about something real quick. This is my last slide. How can the U.S. prevent an eviction crisis? So I know a lot of people saying, Dana, what are you saying? Well, I'm gonna let you hear what a lot of people are saying. Let's go. I'm gonna let you hear what a lot of people are saying. Uh, Share audio. Here we go. This is what they saying. Oh shoot. Here we go.
My name is Jade Brooks, and I've been living here at this apartment complex for over four and a half years, I'd say. I've been living here with me, my mom, and my younger cousin. And the landlord here has started an eviction process against us when my mom lost her job, her full-time job, due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And I'm completely scared and frightened because I don't want to become homeless. I don't want my family to be split up and have to live in a homeless shelter. I've been living here
What up,
ever
BJ?
since I was in high school. I had my prom here. I graduated from high school here. I entered college here, in which I did have to drop out of college in order to pay the rent here. But I just have so many great memories here, and I don't want to lose all of that. During the pandemic, a lot of people were losing their jobs, especially including my mom, and it's been very difficult for her to find a new job because there's not many jobs that's available. The moratorium on eviction was passed so that me and my family could stay inside our homes. You know, I don't really have anywhere else to go, and I wouldn't be able to afford to move, you know, because I'd say it's more expensive to move than to just stay here and pay the rent. You know, because you have to think about security deposit, last month's rent, and then first month's rent. You got to pay for all the movers, moving everything. It's just really expensive.
Wow. So the nationwide moratorium on evictions for federally backed housing expired last week, leaving millions of Americans at risk of losing their homes during the coronavirus pandemic, meaning that there's nothing to protect them. Now everybody can file evictions. On top of that, with the expiration of the CARES Act, millions are without housing protections and without the extra $600 in unemployment benefits. Local eviction moratoriums have also expired in more than 30 states. Experts are warning that the US is facing a housing crisis at the levels of the 2008 recession. Up to 40 million Americans may face evictions in the next several months, and the crisis is forecast to hit hardest in the communities of color, especially for women. I'm going to pause there. Focus on this line right here. Focus on that line right there. And that line clearly states, for y'all that can read it, and for y'all that can't, I'm gonna read it for you. It says, "And the crisis is forecast to hit hardest in the communities of color." If we were black people, why didn't they just say, "And the crisis is forecast to hit the hardest in the black community"? Why is it that the Caucasian folks know who we are, but we don't know who we are? We like, yo, I'm black, I'm this, I'm that, I'm African American. But look what they're telling you. In the communities of color. So they know we're not black. But we so blind to believe that we're not black, we still use the word black. So let's finish. Especially for women. Without a solution, America is staring down a potential catastrophe where millions of renters are unable to pay rent and landlords can't pay mortgages, which could lead to an increase in homelessness. All happening ahead of what Centers for Disease Control and Prevention Director Robert Redfield predicts would be one of the most difficult winters in American public health. President Trump has pushed for the bipartisan solution to the eviction crisis and said last week that he supports temporarily halting evictions for those who have lost their jobs during the health crisis. Why there's debate. Renters, activists, and landlords agree that something must be done to prevent a larger crisis. But there's debate about the best solution. Some advocate for a nationwide moratorium on evictions. Forcing someone out of their home is especially harmful during a pandemic. Excuse me, experts say. When people are evicted, they are likely to move in with relatives, which may mean overcrowding or live on the streets. Crowded and unstable living conditions could spread the virus and exacerbate the health crisis. Others call for direct government assistance for renters who can't pay their landlords, while some believe this aid should be paired with a nationwide moratorium to help renters. Another group says there should only be cash payments, arguing that it would help stimulate the U.S. economy. There are also calls to cancel rent, which some saying that this alone will quickly and effectively prevent a homeless crisis. I'm going to ask this question from y'all. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Because what's going on is, what's really going down the pipe is everything is about to go haywire. Everything is haywire now. So should they cancel rent? That's what I want to know. Should they give only cash payments? I mean, hey, let's look at it. Let's look at it. But one thing nobody looked at. People that know how to survive and people that's close-knit with their families ain't going to have a problem with this. Only the ones that was splurging, that was living above their means, is going to have a problem. And the people that was living paycheck to paycheck. Tasha said, it's about to get bad out here, period. Lisa Williams said, I think that it's sad that people are having to go through this for a virus they didn't cause. Totally true. Miss Lady, Anise said, Miss Lady T, me either. I've been helping people. Lavelle said, exactly, Dana. So, and you know, the Mexicans ain't going to have a problem because they used to live in 45 deep. They used to being up there. Hey, man, what's going on, man? We got to go get some yakame, man. They good. So, what do you actually think? Bree said, what I think, honestly, it's not fair. What's not fair? What's not fair, Bree? You know what? Call in. Y'all can call in. The phone lines are open. Let's have a real discussion. Let's have a real discussion. It's sad because we didn't start this shit. Right. They got extra $600 a week on unemployment. Should have paid your rent, but this was the writing on the wall. Ah, you got it now, Brenton. This was the writing on the wall since the pandemic started. Yep, you got it. I have been homeschooling my kids and other kids too. Fantasia, I'm going to tell you this. And I'm just going to keep it 100 with you. If you know any teacher, they should not go back to teaching a school. You're going back to teaching a school for $83.70 a day when you can get $230 a day. That's all you need is 10 kids, and you can either go to their home or you can remotely school them. $230 a day, and you don't have a overhead. Think about it. Charlotte Bennett said they're also trying to make this a cashless society, saying they're running out of coins. But a lot of people don't have credit cards. No. Charlotte, Trump is against the cashless society. But I can't say that because people not liking the fact that Trump is not one of the bad guys. It just seems like everybody's been brainwashed and a lot of people just following the Democratic race. This is another reason why I always say us people of color should really control our spending and finances. Exactly, Lavelle. I totally agree. My kids are homeschooled to. Oh, and Miss Virgo, I will make them pay me. I paid down a lot of bills with my extra 600, so my monthly commitments are less. We will be good over here. That's a good way of doing it, Nikki. That's a great way of doing it. I know someone who was a school teacher. She teaches middle school in Kennesaw. Okay, and you need to put on point. Georgia girl said, my grandkids started online classes today. No schools open. But haven't I been telling y'all that no schools are going to open at least until January? And people been saying, Dana don't know what he's talking about. I've been telling y'all. You got two more things of this virus that's going to be released. And it's not the China people that's doing it now. It's the Democrats that's allowing it. I just wanted to let y'all know that. A lot of people only use cash. So Charlotte, but I see you on that, and I'm gonna teach that tomorrow morning. I promise you, Alpharetta ain't gonna have no students. Vendetta, I promise you. Charlotte, I need you to come into my cashless society class tomorrow, because we're gonna talk about it. They making more than me staying home, and I work full time at a hospital. Pretty crazy. My son is going to do homeschool. Okay. I played this. If you love your kids, you wouldn't send them out there and this stuff. It's others that aren't helping to spread the virus. Others that aren't helping. Okay. John Davis said, think about it. Why would they send a person home to quarantine with a deadly virus? So that way it can spread, John. Those that don't protect themselves. MV, let me ask you this. How can you, and this was going to make people think. How can you protect yourself from a virus that's supposed to be airborne? And I wish you would say, put a mask on. If a virus is airborne, it's going to hit your eyes. Hello? Hey, jump on my podcast real quick. All right. So, and you got to think about this. If a disease is airborne, right? A disease attached to anything that's living. Aren't your organs in your eyes living? How can you roll your eyes back and forth through the communications? That means it's living. They claim school starts on September 8th, but my kids won't be there. Oh, I got you, Champel. A lot of peoples that got the 600 a week and didn't do shit with it, and if they become homeless, that's on them. Marcia, whoa, that's good. I get it. Our schools are not opening back up yet. Okay. Lisa Williams said, I'm not mad at the people that got the extra $600, but I work full time and I feel that we should get extra too. If you're a first responder, you were supposed to get extra. You're supposed to get $1,500 extra. First responders, people that work in hospitals, law enforcement, anything that's dealing with the pandemic, they supposed to get $1,500 extra. Unemployment supposed to get $600 extra. Trump was right about the hydro. Brenton, I keep telling everybody, but nobody want to listen. Because of this coronavirus that's going around, people are not able to work or keep their homes or not make money like they used to anymore. But why? Because people more struggle than they already in. Okay. You asked a question, didn't answer it. Okay. Why are you just saying that Democrats allowing it? Princess Diana, because I'm going to tell you why. The Democrats control that sector of the House. And the Republicans don't have a say in that. That's everything the Democrats are doing. Prime example, look at your Democratic House Speaker, Nancy Pelosi. They think they hurting Trump, but they hurting the people involved. It's a way to control the politician. It's a way to control the politicians. Is what they're doing. Yeah, no, Fantasia. Right, that mask is making me sick. You're going to get sick. Bill said mask doesn't help at all. Okay, and you know what? And I keep saying it. Prime example. Do anybody remember when the pandemic first hit and they said, wear gloves, wear masks? Well, gloves carry germs. So why they not still saying wear gloves? And then I'm going to go here. Anybody that live close to a 5G tower at 12 noon, 4 p.m., 9:30 a.m., I want you to stand like an eyesight of that tower. Tell me if you don't get weak, if you don't feel like you got to throw up, or if you don't get sick. One of the three. Excuse me. So the coronavirus is nothing but asthma, flu, pneumonia mixed together. You can get over that quickly. But if it's amplified by the radiation of the towers, not only is the radiation of the towers breaking your body down, but it's amplifying the disease. And then let's go here. Why, whenever you talk about it, they want to take your post down? They don't want you talking about that. They don't want you linking the two together. They are finding a faster way to try to take out the minority and poorest of the poor. Fantasia. Obama said something very powerful in his second term re-election. He said, poor is a state of mind, not an appetite of being. But nobody even talks about that. Your skin, Vendetta said, your skin, your biggest living organ. I don't know about that. I'm going to have to do some research on that. Tasha Hawkins said, Dana, I told people that. Exactly. People don't, the government don't want you woke. They don't want you woke. But they want you to be ignorant and stupid. Hold on. 115 code 4. I'm going on what the scientists are saying, medical experts. Hey, Shaquetta. I see you. So, question. If you're going on what the scientists are saying, medical experts, let me ask you this question. Doctors are what? Even though they get paid the big money, they really don't know what's going on, so they're taking a scientific what? guess on what's wrong with you based on what you tell them. So what if you go in there and say, I'm having stomach pains. My stomach hurt. But the whole time, your penis clogged up because you got infected. They're going to give you something to treat your stomach, right? Not looking at your penis. I'm just giving you something to think about. Shaquetta in the building. That's why you need to wear a mask and face shield. Juanita Price, I'm going to ask you this. A face shield. I'm glad you said that. I played football 25 years. I wore a face shield and playing football 10 of the 25 years at high level. That face shield, what is it doing besides being sported? Nothing. If it's an airborne and disease, and you got to understand air. Air doesn't flow a certain way. Even when you feel the breeze coming at you, that's air that's designed to flow that way. So what about the undercurrent that's coming up and the overcurrent that's coming over? And what about the round drafts? Air is a force. It's not just a movement. All these new cars with rolling around, I just shake my head. You're right. Everybody got that extra 600 from unemployment, and they going to buy cars and all this. But here's my question: nobody paid attention to what Donald Trump said when he first got in office, and he said it's going to happen around re-election time. Let me remind you of his words. He said, we're going to cut the food stamp program because that's unnecessary money going to people who don't want to work. So let me ask you this question. If you cut the food stamp program, right, and you cut people that's living off the government because that's what your FICA is. It's paying for all them lazy motherfuckers that don't want to work. If that's cut, what's next? That's going to show people that's working, you can get this assistance. But you that don't want to work, that's not working, that's trying to get over in the system, you can't get this assistance. And then people, oh no, that's not fair. That's not fair. Well, it's not fair that we got to get up every motherfucking day and deal with these nonchalant ass people and go deal with their bullshit at our jobs and then come home and unwind. And we got to take off what we went through and leave it there. And then got to come home. And then if we got kids at home, we still got to deal with our kids' bullshit. That's all. At my job, people running out to eat, and when the second shit show starts, they not going to make it. They spent all this. Well, for the second shit show started already. You didn't get it. Bernadette, oh, you didn't get what? Oh, you got unemployment and didn't get that 600? And you might be in that bash that's waiting. Candace said, we as a people, stop listening to Dr. Fraudy. Well, I don't know who Dr. Fraudy is, Candace. Who is that? Like I said, ever since Donald Trump became president, things have gotten worse and worse in the U.S.
No supervisors are responding. I'm in the middle of stuff, and I have to respond on the radio too. Copy 135.
Wow. Bree Ramsey, like I said, ever since Donald Trump became president, things have gotten worse and worse. I disagree with you. I disagree with you, Bree. I'm gonna say this: ever since Trump became president, all of the secrets have been unrevealed. No more stealing money. No more side deals. That's why they're trying to get him out of there. Because he's been draining the swamp. He's been uncovering the lies. I can show you something right now that'll really bust your head open. Hold on. And see, and this is why people call me a conspiracy theorist, but everything, just about everything I said has came true. Not everything, but just about everything that I've said has came true. Um, hold on. Hold on, let me get it for you. Continue prayers for Meg the Stallion, y'all. Meg trying to recover. Let me get this. Okay, hold on. Are they trying to kill us? Gotta get this for y'all because it just popped up and I just lost it. That means I'm gonna have to come and bring it to y'all at a later date. But they actually trying for a civil war, y'all. That's what they're trying to have happen, so that way they can try massive genocide and then don't have to say nothing else about it, and don't have to give an account of what's going on. I know I have it. Hold on. I know I'm not crazy. They're showing that. I don't want to see nothing with The Rock right now. They're showing that. See, Democrats and Republicans split on enhanced unemployment benefits. Hold on. Where's it? Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. I found it for you. I told you I was gonna do it. My daughter was saving hers for hard times. That's a good thing. I'm gonna scroll past a lot of y'all comments. The same as when. Whoa, Quetta even in here. Oh, see, that's what I want to see. I want everybody to be engaged. If I die from covering my face, I die. I died. There's no coming back. Okay. So you saying we shouldn't be wearing masks because they carry germs too? No, Princess Diana. What I'm saying is, if you don't have to be out, don't go. That's what I'm saying. If you don't have to be out, don't go. It's like one big microwave. You're right, Quetta. And Lavelle said radiation from 5G. Shaquetta said it's like one big microwave, and she's absolutely right. EJ said at Brent Knight, because they're picking and choosing who to let out and not let out. System is ass backwards. Prime example: if you're in Georgia, you see the fight right now in between our mayor, who's a person of color, and our governor, who don't give two shits. Donald Trump even said our governor was incompetent. So what is that saying? Fire Dr. Fauci ASAP. Why? Juanita said, people wear your mask to protect yourself. If not, thus virus will continue to spread. Juanita, I agree in going out because I wear mine now. But if you don't have to be out there, why go out? See, I have to be out. I'm a first responder. Shaquetta said, the same as when you put popcorn in a microwave, doesn't the kernels expand? Bam. That right there, I don't gotta say nothing else because she hit it right there on the head. Doctor or puppet like the president. So now here's what they're doing. They trying to scare everybody to get this cure that Bill Gates have. Have a question. You've been working on computers all your damn life. How in the hell are you going to give me a cure for bacteria? Can somebody answer that? How you gonna give me a cure for a bacteria? Because that's what the coronavirus is a bacteria. How in the hell you gonna give me a cure for a bacteria when you, my friend, been running Microsoft and computers all your life? It's been said that the shot that Bill Gates has is going to close off one portion of your brain where you're going to forget to pray. So I'm going to get a shot, and then I'm going to feel excited about going to talk to God, and then when I go to pray, come on now. Come on. We do it differently around here. We are intellectual people. We do it way different around here. Let me see what Vi said. Vi said, the rules of this world doesn't see rich or poor. It's more spiritual than anything. The Bible is playing itself out. Some people are on the verge of existence and trying to find a way to keep living. True. EJ said, you've been playing since 1995, Dana. Damn. I only played for 2 years high school. Man, I've been grinding, bro. Football is the only girlfriend that allowed me to be me, and she never cheated on me. And I never had to worry about if she was upset, especially when I administered the pain. So Shaquetta said, so you don't think that any of this has to do with Sodom and Gomorrah? Oh, shit. She taking me there, y'all. I'm going to ask you this, Quetta. What do you mean, do this have anything to do with Sodom and Gomorrah? Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. So what do you mean? He did say that. Yep. White people get the most food stamps, though. You still don't get it, Vendetta. Some things ain't for us. Some things we just was ruled to be in. Hey, Bishop. Hold on. Right. Uh-huh. Send it to me. What is it under? Okay. Did you get the link that I sent you yesterday? That I texted you yesterday? Or I tagged you in it? It's a new series that I'm in called On My Radio. And I'm gonna send it to you again as soon as I finish my podcast. And then we can chop it up tonight because I ain't doing nothing later on. All right, where you preaching at? Okay. Okay. Oh, if you need me to fly out, I'll fly out. Just let me know. Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because we got to do the same thing. And by me living in Atlanta, if I fly out, I got to quarantine for 14 days. No matter where I go. It's a new day. But I'm gonna get that video. Is it under RJ Washington? Okay. Right. Okay. Definitely. I thank you so much. See, God touched you. E kappa. There it is. All right, so I'm gonna hit you in like 5 minutes. All right. That's one of my bishop friends. He told me he seen a video with me dancing in church. See, a lot of y'all didn't know I'm a church guy. A lot of y'all didn't know that. But and he was saying, and I was saying that by him having to preach in Vegas tomorrow, I said if he need me, I'll fly out because preachers need people to back them up. But he said no matter if I do fly out, I will have to quarantine for 14 days. So that would defeat the purpose. That would defeat the purpose. RJ Washington. And hold on, y'all. I want y'all to see this. Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all gonna laugh, y'all. Y'all gonna laugh, y'all. Look. Somebody said, let me see. And they packing jump. Yo, they about to start packing the Georgia. I'm at the Mercedes-Benz Arena down here. A lot of PUA fraud in Georgia. People applied for unemployment, didn't work. Wow. That's crazy. Dana, don't forget the devil was always looking. He even disguises himself or herself as the president sometimes. That's true. That's true. That's a lie. Trump done more than a lot of them. That's Junior, but you can't tell people the truth. Because if you let them know that Trump has did more for the colored folks than everybody else, but they gonna swear you down, you lying. I think I trust the doctor on the virus than Trump. You should. Trump don't know about the virus. No more child trafficking and real child trafficking. That's it. I've been working, no unemployment for me. Why, Bernadette? Call in 470-355-8221 and tell us why. What happened now with Megan Young, girl with no parents? So sad. Vendetta, what do you mean? That's such a low blow to throw that out there like that. The same reason why any patient that has an airborne disease, you was always required to wear a mask. And they should be in a ventilated room with the door staying closed. I totally agree, Ms. Juanita. I totally agree. People taking advantage of her, poor baby. Yeah, people are taking advantage of her, but it's people that's talking about it too. Like, no, I don't want to do that. But nurses are not doing that. So that is why you are seeing hospital immune infections with patients. Wow. Y'all showing out in the comment section. But nobody want to call in. I got to work. And back home, I don't go anywhere unless I really have to. Okay. I go to work. Okay. Shaquata said Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed, but there was those who got out. Now I'm gonna go here. If we speak on Sodom and Gomorrah, we have to speak on Baal. So the question is, who's Baal? Vendetta, Rainbow Coalition. Vendetta just saying anything. I don't get any help. MV, what's wrong? Big Marshall in the house. What's E? What's popping? Big Marshall in the house. Exactly what I'm saying. Some things aren't for us. That's true. But do y'all know who Baal is? That's the question. I'm going to scroll down. Both her parents are dead. Vendetta, I know Megan is a very close friend of mine. My friend got almost $1,500 in food stamps. They won't give me any. They said I made too much money. So how much money do your friend make? And how many kids do your friend have? I don't want assistance. Plus, those people are dirty. Yeah, you got a point. You got a point. Sharon Bell. Hey, Sharon. We'll read Sodom and Gomorrah, and you will understand, Dana. I'm sorry. Oh, but I know all about the Sodom and Gomorrah. It's Sodomin, not Solomon. It's Sodomin. Sodomin and Gomorrah. But when I said about the spirit of Baal, then you'll understand why homosexuality is running so rampant. This was the first time I ever heard about Baal. Yeah. Look it up. And see, and this is what most pastors are scared to even preach about. Because if you speak reality and truth, they're afraid that congregation going to run away. But when you speak on what it really is, Baal is the one who controls feelings. And if Baal is controlling feelings, then you understand why people are saying what they're saying. You understand why you have so much rampantness. You understand why Obama can stand in the church and pass homosexuality, which is clearly a blasphemy of God. I said it once and I said it again. Obama brought death to the United States. Even though death was already here. But when you blaspheme God and you do what he tell you not to do and you don't see nothing wrong with it, that's a consequence you got to pay for that. There's a consequence you got to pay for that. But I said everybody pray for Megan because she started back walking fully without a boot today. They had her walking steps. But I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm excited to show y'all this. I'm excited to show y'all this, man. I just want to see if y'all recognize this little dude right here, though. It's a little dude on the front seat. I want to see if y'all recognize him. Lord, do right here. Watch. I'm glad this video came out because for people that was saying that I was older than what I was, you clearly see I'm a young kid on here. You clearly see that, and I want y'all to see it again. Hold on, I'm gonna take it back. Y'all clearly see I'm young, right here. Hold on, I'm gonna let y'all watch this, but whew, I gotta stop that. I gotta stop that. Ooh, that's bringing back memories. But hey, but like I say, that's just a little wake up call that we had today. Um, everybody stay blessed. Tomorrow morning at 11:30, we will be teaching on the Pandemic Express, and I will be breaking down everything as well as the cashless system. So be here tomorrow at 11:30 in the morning. If you can't catch the recap, because I will leave it up. All right, y'all be blessed. Love y'all so much. I'm gone.